appreciate about this district is that when they walk through the educational doors, we're going to meet them where they're at. We've saved their lives. That comes back, they've saved our lives as well. It's not a catchphrase. We truly embrace that and believe that and come every morning. It's not a catchphrase. We truly embrace that and believe that and come every morning with the mindset is that.
And the community.
With like keeping my emotions in line, and I would just shove them down until they exploded. Ever since I joined REACH, I have...
He abused me and my siblings, so it was a really hard time. Coming into REACH, I had a lot of family. They were all family. That's actually...
That's a tough one to follow. Thanks. Hard to keep track of data. And then 3 years later, Hutchinson, where I graduated from, called and said, Chad would like you to start a program. To about 60, 70, that first year we did. And as I said earlier, we kept track of our data.
Reported as we go through, and I think it's important to people to know, that I'll just pick out the Chad Greenway.
So I put on my cheerleading outfit on, and we get them a little jacked up and get them excited about the 2 days of growing. And
Any questions from the board?
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Chad, appreciate you being here this morning, and students, appreciate you also and pick good mentors, make good choices. It's your life, and you have control of it.
Yeah.
So appreciate you being here, appreciate you coming, and congratulations on the success of the program.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm going to...
As well impressed with your hard work for 18, as well impressed with your hard work for 18 years I don't know what I can say about that. I'm glad you kept at it, and the courage of the young people that were up here today, you could tell when they said their words that they had courage, and that's good.
Thank you, sir.
And if I may, the program is great, and if we can partner, I'm happy to. But I just want to, you guys should be proud of yourselves. We have attorneys that go through college and law school and training that have a hard time getting up and talking in front of others and in front of juries, and that's not even about themselves. So for you guys to have that courage or that ability to come up and talk about your own experiences in a group setting that's being televised, that's really awesome. And that's a great skill. So you're so much further ahead of the game than you probably already understand. So be proud of that, and I'm really impressed.
Did you know it was on TV?
Okay. They're kind of a big deal.
Mr. Chair, if
Yes.
I may. Mr. Heinlander, thank you for everything that you've done for these children and for the ones in the past and in the future. It makes a big difference to you four. Thank you for coming, sharing your story. Thank you for realizing that you needed other people, and if you can continue to bring more in to that group, I think that's a great thing. So you guys are spearheading things for that future group, and we all appreciate that, and everybody else that's watching as well. So thank you, all of you.
Okay, we'd like to have a picture with you. We're going to try to get our buttons on here, and we'll come
No
up.
pressure.
We'll come up here.
Thank you,
So,
guys.
You guys come on up. Thanks, guys.
Do you guys want us to keep you here longer so you don't have to go back to school? Do you guys want us to keep you here longer so you don't have to go back to school? Thank you. Plenty of things you can do today.
Thank you.
Turned out and what was discussed. So we hosted the event at our newest McLeod County facility at the fairgrounds, the Century Hall. We were joined by two guest speakers. The first was Ben Winchester, who is a rural sociologist with the University of Minnesota Extension Department of Community Development. And Ben shared with us some highlights of his research, including rewriting the rural narrative in rural living in 2025. He covered topics including the age demographic of the 30 to 49-year-olds, often with economic pulse, current trends and future directions, where he overviewed the demographic and economic trends in McLeod County. He also highlighted a recent publication that he was a part of, where he surveyed 10th grade students in southwest Minnesota about what their plans are for the future. What his survey showed was 10% of sophomores surveyed, 25 registration.
County, and again, just bringing our community leaders together, so I'm looking.
Introduce Dave Skoog. He is with the McLeod County Veterans Memorial Park project manager. He wants to present to you guys in the community a project that he's doing this year, bringing the Tunnel to Towers 9/11 Never Forget mobile exhibit to the McLeod County Fair from August 14th to the 17th. And then he would also like to give you guys a recap of the project he had last year in McLeod County, The Wall That Heals. So welcome, Dave Skoog.
Thank you.
Good morning. Morning. Truck stops, none of that. Walking trails prohibited, and that took care of all the parks in Hutchinson. So with the help of the city and the city council, we went out and did find the appropriate space in the industrial park, and Washington was very happy with that location. Well, it took 4 years to be accepted as the host for that, and 8 months of logistics and Zoom meetings to see it through. We felt it went really well, and so did Washington, D.C. Kathy Miller, who I dealt with this whole time, very nice lady I needed to help set up and take down. We had way more volunteers to man the education tent, the volunteers to the wall, the guards at night. 24 hours, we had to have 5 to 7 people there. Never had a problem with it. People volunteered for second tours, third tours. It was amazing. And the city council, the Hutchinson Utilities, the City Parks Department, anything they needed, they were there in 5 minutes. He said, we've never had that cooperation before. And so at the closing ceremonies, they gave us the 2 center walls, graphic with. So, and none of this is work. It's all fulfillment. So I'm happy to do it. Okay.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, moving on the agenda, we're to Public Works. Andrew or John?
Good morning. Pressing the board to consider approving,
as well as the corresponding resolution for the intersection lighting at Trunk Highway 212 and County State 8 Highway 7. This 212 and County State 8 Highway 7. This intersection light was installed a number of years ago. It did not have a maintenance agreement on it, and that was discovered this spring when there were some issues with the light. So this is kind of cleaning that up. This agreement, similar to the projects we've done in the past, with the caveat that there's these grant funds available to cover some of the costs that the county would have. Of the estimated $1.3 million project cost, McLeod County would be responsible for about $250,000.
Silver Lake is undergoing.
Awarding the Hennepin Avenue project in Glencoe to Holtmeyer Construction, Inc. of Mankato, Minnesota.
I mean, it's obviously a notification and signage, and as long as the first responders and police and all the people are notified, it's the best we can do, and then try to keep the hospital as happy as they can.
Yep, we've been working closely with the hospital on this staging plan. The biggest headache's gonna be when we're working on 18th Street and their deliveries, but we've got plans laid out for that. There will be hospital access route signed.
Workshop after our last county board meeting. The purpose of the McLeod County cremation burial policy is to provide guidance to eligibility workers who are approving county-paid cremation and final expenses.
May 6th regarding this. With that, I'm comfortable. I'll move to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Kruger. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I am comfortable with it. It is something that I personally, and I won't want to speak for Commissioner Kruger, personally wanted to dive into to make sure that we were in line with how things need to work, whether it be contracts with the unions and/or IT. IT. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. Consider
2 months to even try and switch it over.
more than that,
Yeah,
probably.
just even try. So that's with up right now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Sheila, and thanks, Matt, for the explanation. With that, I'll move approval of the request.
Motion by Commissioner Schmalz, is there a second?
Second.
Second by, any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Auditor Treasurer's Office.
Board meeting, the board approved the findings in order to proceed with the repair of County Ditch 12A. This included a directive to the engineer to prepare final plans, specifications, and bidding documents. Houston approved, and is largely due to splitting the construction observation role between HEI and county staff.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
this is all what we had discussed in our meetings. I appreciate Connie, our auditor, for spelling it out.
I went to the City of Stewart City Council meeting, and our administrator Sheila Murphy joined me. On the 14th, Hutchinson Township, along with Joe Nagel, and he can elaborate more on that meeting and dealing with a road issue. Yesterday on the 19th, in the morning, our feedlot committee met, and we had discussions about policy dealing with out-of-county manure. And 5 Generations Farm in Penn Township, and 5 Generations Farm in Penn Township, and 3 generations of firefighters. And their placement in this magazine, of course, talking about their farming operation and the bragging rights that they definitely deserve with that, but also because they're so active with there is a soybean product being, that'll be pretty cool. But Bob, there is a soybean product being, that'll be pretty cool. But Bob has spent many years on the Minnesota Soybean Council Board promoting soybeans. They were recognized in 2016 as McLeod County Farm Family of the Year. So I think whenever we get one of our local farm families making state news and beyond, I think it's definitely worth bringing here today. The next couple things, a lot of work. And so Paisley will see next one. Their ag issues team took second place overall. Evaluation and technology, and again a silver. Nursery landscape and design, they were a gold rank with a second in the state. Creed speaking.
Times a year, and it rotates sites between McLeod County, Sibley County, and Meeker County. And then last week I attended a meeting in Winston City Hall. The topic of the meeting, a detailed report, but I also want to give a recognition to those FFA students from my corner of McLeod County. Howard Lake Winston Waverly School District runs a FFA program as well, and I just accomplishments.
Going to do next year. On the 8th, I also attended the CHB meeting in Sibley County, looking at setting some goals there. We have a grant that we have that I think is going to dive a little deeper into that group and see if there's any ways to.
Anything from the Attorney's Office?
Just briefly, last week Tuesday, we had a group of middle schoolers from 2 private schools here in the area at the courthouse from about 8:30 until about 2:30, so most of the day. And they met with, myself and a probation officer just to with that REACH program. It's pretty fun to get those younger students involved. They were happy to be here, and I think it was informative for them, so it was a good time.
That's great. Administration?
Thank you. Item A, notification of McLeod Drainage. Item A, notification of McLeod Drainage Authority public hearings on the engineer's historical review reports of County Ditch 8, County Ditch 10, and County Ditch 36. The combined hearings will be held in the Martin McLeod, Glencoe, Minnesota.
Very good. Looking for a motion to recess till our next board meeting, 9 a.m. Tuesday, June 3rd, McLeod County